So my name is Jonathan Zamkoff. I'm a senior producer at Pandemic Studios, and the project I'm working on is Mercenaries 2. I'm here today kind of talking to you guys about the differences between our three over-the-top high-action characters. You know, for a little bit of backstory, we very much, everything we do in Mercenaries is totally over the top. It's, you know, it's ridiculous, it's inane, it's very irreverent. You know, we like to see our characters kind of modeled after the Tarantino style, where they're witty, they're charming, they're a bit crude, they're high action, they're dangerous, they're scary. But at the end of the day, they're characters that you really find you're bringing close to your heart. So those three characters are Chris Jacobs, Matthias Nilsson, and Jennifer Mui. Each one not only kind of plays differently and looks and feels different, they also have a bit of a different backstory and a bit of a different motivation for why they do the things they do. You know, at the end of the day, pride and profit fuel the mercenary. So, you know, there is a symmetry between all three of these characters that they all want to get paid, which really is the main backstory of Mercs 2, is you kind of get, you know, you help this megalomaniac Ramon Solano stage a coup of Venezuela that you're unaware of. That part of it you're fine with. It's the part where he pulls out a gun and shoots you in the ass and then doesn't pay you that pisses off each of our distinct mercenaries in their own way. But at the end of the day, again, even though they have their own kind of moral compasses and their own motivations, the central core of being a mercenary is that you always have to get paid because your reputation is on the line at all times. So Chris Jacobs is former U.S. military, big, strong guy. You know, he's probably our most positive on the moral compass scale. He does, even though he's doing his actions for profit, there is a big part of him that's about punishing the bad guys. From a gameplay fundamental, we've given Chris more ammo, so from the kind of light RPG elements. For the player who wants to be a bit tactical, he's a guy who can take the average ammo clip, and his bumps up a lot compared to Jennifer or Matthias. So obviously, strategically, if you're somebody who likes to fire off a lot of round, if you don't like to go quietly into the night, Chris Jacobs is the character that you want to use. Matthias is obviously kind of the most charismatic and over-the-top character we have in the game. He's a former Swedish rebel, biker, crazy outlaw guy. He's in it entirely for the adrenaline rush from diving, headfirst into a battle, calling in airstrikes all around himself, driving tanks. He really has no bounds. He's not really concerned about the collateral damage that he does, about the buildings that he takes down, about the mess that he leaves in his wake, as long as he gets his target, he gets his man, and he gets paid. And then moving on to Jennifer Mui, she's basically our femme fatale. She's very beautiful, she's charming, she's sleek, she's soft-spoken, but she's as dangerous as they come. She's certainly not somebody you want to turn your back on. Her whole motivation is truly about the money. It's about efficiency. She has some instances in her past where she doesn't believe in trusting anybody, and the only person she's going to trust at the end of the day is herself. So the best way to trust yourself is to become, in her mind, smashingly rich. So, why use 20 bullets when you can use one? Why call in an airstrike when you can sneak up behind somebody and melee bash them and take them out? Thinking about the three different mercenaries beyond kind of their fiction and the humor and the tone, and each one kind of delivers their lines differently, there is definitely a logistical and tactical gameplay difference to each one. So as I mentioned, Chris Jacobs carries more ammo, so for the player who really wants to run and gun, shoot all the weapons in the game, drive around, really taking out everything in sight, Chris is probably your man. Matthias has more hit points. He's kind of the raging bull, iron horse of the group. So, if you don't want to be subtle about things, if you don't want to stand on the hill and survey your environment, if you really just want to jump into battle with block a C4 in one hand and an RPG in the other hand and toss all the ordnance in the world and literally call airstrikes in on your own head, Matthias has the best chance of survival because we've bumped up his hit points. And then tactically, Jennifer doesn't have either the upgraded ammo or the higher hit points, but she's much faster than the other two mercs. So Jen is very much the idea of a stealth character where she can get from point A to point B much quicker. She can survey her surroundings in a much more subtle way because she's much faster than the other characters. So I hope this gives you guys a bit of a better sense of the kind of core dynamics of each of our three characters, both the mechanical differences in the game and the fictional stylized differences between our three characters. We're so excited to finally be getting this game out to the gaming public. It's been many years in development. We're all super tired right now. But Mercenaries 2 is going to hit across the world. It's going to be on store shelves in the United States August 31st on the PS2, the Xbox 360, the PS3, the PC, and then same SKUs in Europe on September 5th. So basically, we're just going to infiltrate the world with our Mercenaries badassness We're so excited. It's been a long time in the making, and we think you guys are totally going to be jazzed that we took the time to bake the cake correctly, and we think we're sending out as a phenomenal game.